What a load of hogwash. That's the one response I got. So some guy says to my post on Facebook about what it means to become a man. We're talking about manhood and intentional fathering. How do I help my son, or what responsibility do I feel when I'm thinking of my son is now of age to become a man, and I find myself become aware of, hang on, how do I approach this for my daughter? So I put this comment, this question, a set of questions out on Facebook. And I get these comments like, hogwash, dude, or what a load of crap. They made me think, like, okay, so you're entitled to your opinion. I get that. But what about this is hogwash? What about this is just trash, is simple thinking? Or perhaps it's because when you asked and are confronted with this idea of what does it mean to become a man, it's a challenge. How many of us have been taught how to think about this manhood stuff? How many of us find ourselves, what about you? But okay, so if I think, what does it mean? How do I tell my son about manhood? The first question I'm confronted with is, am I a man? And okay, so maybe this is not manly or masculine to do, definitely not macho, but let me be honest with you, there's a moment of insecurity, there's a moment of uncertainty, there's a moment of, oh crap, like, am I a man? Am I, look, I'm pretty short in physical stature, and I'm slight in build, so that's great for me. I look good, I keep in good shape, I don't pick up a lot of weight easily, but I stand below shoulder height of most big guys around there. What does that mean about me? Just because I have a different physical appearance, does that mean I have a different masculinity or a different maleness, or I have a different value of man? Just because I speak in a certain way, I have a language, a tongue, and I choose words to use and words not to use, and I come across in a certain way, the way I choose to believe and think and feel and act, and how that shapes my behavior, how I talk to a woman, how I talk to a child, how I talk about these things. Does that make me more a man, less a man? How much money I've earned, what car I drive, what house I stay in, what city I live in, the clothes I wear or choose to wear. Do all these things make me more of a man? Hogwash, he said. Is it the idea that I would even consider worrying about what my daughter might think, or how to shape her or empower her and help her to make better decisions? Is that hogwash? Am I too soft now because I give a damn about my daughter? Or is it that I think that this is something that needs to be said, that I need to talk this out, I need to unpack this specifically and articulate with intention what manhood is, and I have this audacity to do this to my son? Does that make me less of a man or more of a man? So what's the crap about? I think it's that stuff inside. I think, dude, very few of us have the balls to actually have these conversations, to look squarely in our son's eye. And no, I'm not there yet. I'm preparing. I'm getting myself ready, because I don't want to just talk crap with, like, shoot the wind with my boy. I want to have a conscious conversation with my son. I want to be able to make sense, and I want to understand what it is I'm telling him and talking about with him. And I want to be able to receive openly, honestly, authentically, courageously, whatever my son brings back to me in as his belief and his value and his principles. Yes, he's a child, but he has his own thoughts and feelings and beliefs. And if you think he doesn't, if you think your child isn't already thinking in a certain way, believing in a certain way, feeling in a certain way, you're fooled. Wake up. Yes, these are conversations men need to have. Yes, manhood is a thing. And yes, that thing might be different for you as it is to me. However, what is that thing? And how do you talk about it? How do you make sense of it? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What does it feel like to be a man in a man-earth suit? And who says it needs to be better or right or more valuable to be a man than it is to be a woman? And that's another conversation. But I come back to that phrase, that comment. I'm trying to help my daughter, or I'm trying to prepare myself to empower my daughter, and I want to empower my son, and some dude says, hogwash. Maybe he was rattled. He hasn't responded yet that I'm aware of. Maybe he was just a bit taken out, like, oh, I haven't thought about this for myself yet. Have you?